Hello everyone, welcome back to House of Chi Yoga. Today we're not doing yoga though. We are going right into our HIIT class. I have only a few minutes to do a workout because mom's schedule, got to get a kid to dance class. So I'm going to go right into the workout. If you haven't done a warm-up, please go do a warm-up. We'll do 4 rounds. I think the clock is set for 40 seconds. I'm not going to take the minute break in between just to eliminate some time. So of course, if after the first round you feel like you need a full minute break, you need to get the heart rate down, please do so. Take the break and then just push play. Don't go too long. You don't want to push stop and then get lazy and then not come back. So just about a minute, maybe a minute and a half, and then meet me back on the mat and get started again. So the first round, I'm going to go through the movements during the first round so you will be able to see them and also just not go so hardcore the first round. So let me see where our timer's at. Make sure my ankles are all warmed up. This is a pretty good glute heavy. It's a good pull workout. Oh, I do have a kettlebell here and a dumbbell. Now, if you can find something in place of a dumbbell, great. If you don't want to use a kettlebell, that's fine. We're just doing a squat with it. I have a very heavy kettlebell. It's just my other kettlebell is so light that I'm going to just stick with a heavy one. But you don't need a heavy kettlebell. This is actually too heavy for me. I'm going to just take my time doing them. I'm not going to do high reps. And I have a 25 dumbbell. So I'd say anything 15, 20, 25 is going to be a good pull for you. Okay, let's see where we're at here. I haven't used my timer in a while. So let's see if it works. Nope. Let's try this again. Nope. Oops, I guess we have plenty of time to warm up. So I might as well keep warming up my things here until I figure out my timer. You know, I could just write myself a note to make sure I do it correctly every time, but I haven't done it that way yet. Oh, it's because I always, dang it, I thought I figured it out. Let me try one more time. Let's see. Hi, puppies. I'm going to try my best to keep the dogs out of our vicinity today. I thought that's how you pushed it. What is happening here? I think I figured it out. I guess I could leave the timer right here. It will be backwards for you. 3 seconds. Our first one is just cardio. So I'm just going to do a little jacks cardio to start picking up the pace, warming everything up. Yep, we're at 40 seconds. Oh, Elsa, would you get off my mat? Elsie, off my mat. So just paying attention to my body for the first exercise, checking in with things, seeing how the joints feel. I'm going to start taking deeper breaths. We've got 20 seconds. Woo, I'm going to change out my arms. Got about 10. Oh, I'm feeling heavy tonight. Double arm. 3, 2, 1. 20 seconds rest. And I'm wearing a t-shirt tonight, so hopefully this mic isn't getting too much static, too much action. Okay, our next move, we're going into our row. So I'm going to have a bent over row. 25 pounds is heavy for this. Making sure I'm not using momentum, I'm squeezing. And then whatever side the weight is on, I'm just going to stay there and lunge back with the opposite leg. Since this is a heavier weight, I'm not worried about going too fast. I'm focused on really finding the back muscle on this right side, finding the scap, pulling rhomboid to spine to make sure I'm working and I'm not relying on the front of my shoulder. I'm not relying just on the arm strength. Keeping the chest open, really focusing on the back body here. Oh, Elsa, don't get hit. Hiya! I think my calves are a little tired. That was a bit of a burner. Okay, out of the way, Elsa. Next one, we're gonna kind of alternate the exercises with just cardio. So that was pretty intense on the right side. I'm gonna go straight into a cardio jump lunge. Elsie, over here. Good, get out of the way. I'm just going to go facing forward and hope that the dogs don't trip me. You can see I'm not going very low. Get out of my way. I'm not going very low, first of all, because I can't. The dogs are in my way. But I'm also not going very low because I'm focused on cardio. I'm not a great lunger. It's just kind of always been a struggle in my life to lunge properly. Don't know why. But If you want to slow it down and go deeper for more muscle build, that's your other option. I am a cardio girl. I just want to cardio it out all the time. We got 5 seconds. 2, 1. Okay, 20 seconds. This next one is where you're going to use the kettlebell if you have one. You also can just use the dumbbell and squat with the dumbbell. I'm going to add a little extra move. Feet are planted, my toes are slightly out. Very strong core here, very strong lats. I am not swinging this kettlebell for momentum. I'm going to make sure the lats are back. I come down, let it go forward. As it comes back, I thrust the hips up. So when the kettlebell is swinging forward, I'm holding with my abdominals and I'm holding with my lats. This one is such a great one. I feel it in my glutes every single time. I don't know what it is about this little extra swing, but man, it works. Keep the chest open, no rounding. Make sure you're pushing all the way through the feet. 4 rounds of this baby is gonna burn. 1. Okay, we did that. We're moving on to another cardio. Any version of burpee you want. If burpees are too much, you want to just go into a plank. You can also run your knees in plank or do jumping jacks in plank. Elsa, out of the way. Go. Good girl. They don't listen. I'm going to do a very modified burpee here for my round number 1. I don't want to smack any dogs. Making sure if you're doing the burpee and hopping back, you're focused on not dropping the hips. My hips always stay above shoulder level or maybe even higher. If you feel pressure on the low back, stop jumping, just step. You're probably sinking into your hips too much. Hold the abdominals. 1. Hiya. Okay, we have one more. We're moving on to core work. I'm gonna get my extra butt padding here. This one, basic. We're just doing a tap cross. I'm gonna go for an extended tap cross. So I'm actually gonna sink it down and extend. Oh geez, get out of here, would you? So one little trick is to make sure you're bringing the arms up and overhead. And that's gonna make sure you're digging into those upper abdominals too. Oh, what's the matter, Jakey? You can see that my knees are bent. It is more challenging to keep the legs straight here. I'm gonna just choose number 1. Well, that didn't make sense. I'm gonna choose the slightly easier version for round number 1. I feel like I'm gonna run into a dog bed. 5 seconds. 1 more. Okay, so that's the end of round 1. If you want to pause and take that full minute break, please do so. I have got to get out of here to take a kid to dance, so I'd like to just get my quick workout in. I'm going directly into the opposite side. First set, going back to our cardio. I'm going to switch my cardio up. I'm going for a little side stepper skier action here. And this floor is very slippery, so I'm going to be real careful. Hold the abs in. I like to land with the toes and the balls of the feet super active and push to the lateral hip, the outside of the glutes. I'm being kind of a wimp. I'm going to pick it up and pull the knees up higher. Jake, why are you whining? No whining. Keep the abs in and strong. Let's go a little quicker. I think we only have, 7 seconds left. Remember, in those short 40 seconds, you're looking for a sprint. You're looking for a burst of energy. You got to move at least fast enough to build the heart rate. All right, moving on to our left side rower, whichever side you didn't do last time. I'm on my left side here. 5 seconds. Make sure the shoulders are rolled back and into place. At your hinge, your abs are in. You row, stay strong. Front leg stays with the weight as the other leg steps back. Hiya! It's definitely my weaker shoulder. I can feel it. I like to keep my hands on my belly here just to make sure those abs are staying strong. Not losing my core. I'm staying strong to support the back. Ooh, this is also my wobbly foot. Make sure the weight isn't pulling the shoulder out of the socket. You're staying really active through the whole shoulder girdle. Can I get one more? Hiya. All right, now moving on to those lunge jumps. This one's going by fast. About 5 seconds. Your choice to pick up the pace or take it a little deeper. If you're real, you're going fast and dropping low. I don't know why lunging is so challenging for me. It's just, I don't like to bend my knees. It doesn't feel great for me. So I modify. Feel free to do what you need here. You're just looking for that heart rate spike. Woo, holding the booty, holding the core. I'm gonna add a little arm pump action because why not? 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Hiya. Beautiful. We're already halfway through. Hi, Jakey, bud. Okay, moving on to that fancy squat. If you felt work in your low back, get rid of the weight. Just focus the squat. Or don't do any sort of that swingy movement. Just stick with the straight up and down squat. The movement on the way up really has to come from the feet pushing and the hips driving forward. My arms are not doing anything but holding stable. My shoulder, my core, all holding stable. It's the hip drive from the feet pushing off the floor that is allowing that swing to happen. So even though it looks like the kettlebell is moving a lot, it's a very limited move in the body. Oops, I think I messed up my pattern there. Also notice, you'll have to notice on the next round, if you're throwing weight into the front of your knee. So if on the way down, if you're throwing weight forward, that is bad news bears. We do not want to throw weight into the front of the knee. Oh geez, time for burpees. I have no dogs. I'm going to try to be a little bit more aggressive on this burpee. Maybe double arm up. Oh, I'm still scared of push-ups. Such a wimp. You can do it, Chi. You can get at least 10 push-ups in. Not even real push-ups. I'm doing baby push-ups. I'm still being a chicken. Not much talking during burpee time. We got less than 10. 2, 1. I didn't count, but I hope I made it to 10. We have just core for round 2. I'm going to try for the straight leg this time. Maybe give myself a little bit more space here. Oh, it's time. Let's go long ways. So I'm going opposite arm overhead. Try not to hit the mic. That's why my left arm is not going fully straight. If you're doing these, see if you can get the arm straight. I'm just trying not to put too much static there. But if you can get the arm straight overhead, it's really going to force those upper abdominals into play. And then also, of course, pulling navel to spine, staying really strong on the way up. I'm not using my arm to throw forward. I'm driving with the core. Pull your navel in, crunch your abs up. 1 more each side. Hiya! That was round 2. So if you need a break now, please take one and then come back for round 3. We have 10 seconds. I hope you can't see my eyeballs during these workouts because while I'm working out and trying to talk, I feel like my eyes are always going kind of crazy. For my cardio, I'm going to do this little squat jump and just try to move fast. I always forget to look at the camera, so I'm looking at the dogs or looking at my notes on the floor, and then I forget, oh, I'm supposed to be looking at the camera. I seem to look everywhere else but the camera. Let's go double hands, Jake. hips front to back. Check out my form. Not driving forward through the knees, putting the butt back and down, then lengthening to stand. 5, hold it in, 3, 1. Oh, when I say hold it in, I'm talking about your core. And anything else you need to hold in, actually. Let's hold it all in. 10 seconds, we're back to our right arm row, or the arm you began with. Jakey, I don't know why you're whining and complaining. Okay, taking this one a little deeper. Get back, Jake. A little deeper to challenge my glutes, since I only have one more on each side. Make sure the toes are working down. You're feeling the glutes work. You're not forgetting about the shoulder structure. You're keeping the back body in place. Whoa! Don't look too many spots. You might fall over. Holding the core. I think my puppy is hungry. Puppies are like kids. They're always hungry. That felt good, bad. That was a good, bad feeling, Jake. Okay, we're moving on to our squat jumps. I'm going to stick it on the mat this time. Good boy, buddy. Let's go. Cardio burst. Light on the feet. Woo, I feel my glutes already. Add that arm pump. Just about halfway. While you're pumping the arms, don't let things jump around too much, meaning you're not loosening your core. You're staying strong. And this arm pump is creating resistance. I'm pulling, I'm pushing, I'm adding more work. Almost there. I just want to say my second least, actually my above least favorite thing to do is a lunge, but my least favorite is doing lunges in front of everyone. Squats. It just always feels like the most awkward move for me. I just can never quite get it right. Yeah. Hold the lats in. If you feel the arms throwing forward, you need to pull back with the lats. Stay really strong through the core into the back. And then here, check in with the knees. Is that weight getting thrown forward? Hope not. Hope you're stabilizing with the butt muscles and you're driving up. Push. That's where the swing happens. On the way forward is such good abdominal work. Can I get one more in? Might as well. Who doesn't want a cute booty? We gotta put in the work, the extra work. Okay, where are we at? Oh geez, it's burpee time. Skipping the push-ups on this one. I'm gonna do an old basic malasana, heels in, toes out burpee. So if you see me land, heels in, toes out, and I'm gonna give it a little point. So I don't do a ton of work in that pointed foot. I do a lot of flex foot. I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna point. Make sure you're landing in your squat. You're not coming up with a straight leg. You want to be pushing up from that squat position. 1. Oh, that felt so different with a point. Jakey, outside. Good boy, go outside. Okay, we're on abs. I'm going to try the straight leg again. Let's see if I can change it up anyway here. Get rid of these weights in my way. Go, I'm late. All right, I want to see if I can keep my feet off the ground for a little bit longer this time. So as I go down and I lean back, I'm hitting that hollow hold. Now, a lot of people, well, if you're not paying attention, your abs will push out on the hollow. And I want to make sure that they're pulling in. You're pulling navel to the spine, to the mat. You are not pushing out and opening the abs or the ribs. I just noticed I'm cheating and I'm not taking my arms up and overhead. So that'll be the goal for the next one. Yeah. Round 3. We got one more to finish. Apologies, I do feel my speaker bouncing all over the place, but it was just Halloween and I've been doing nothing but eating candy and ice cream. And felt like I needed a t-shirt today. I'm going heels to butt. I'm just gonna focus on that hamstring contraction. This is great cardio, but I'm really focused on ball of the foot into the floor, pumping those calf muscles, which is our second heart. They call it our second heart. The big muscle that can pump lots of blood. And in place of jogging, sometimes I just work with my calf muscles here. It's also a good contraction through the hamstring. So be active as you're pulling the heels up. Pick it up. We got 5. 1. Hiya. Cardio done. So our last side for our row to lunge. So I'm on my left arm. Row, right leg steps back. If only I could talk. Chest open, abs in. Stay supporting and strong. Let's try to focus on taking the lunge a little deeper here. We're already getting our fast lunges next. So on this one, we want to focus on form, deeper, strong muscles, control, no momentum, actively pulling from the lat, from the back muscles, stabilizing and controlling with the core. I always focus on my big toe pushing down. That seems to help me balance. Oh, painful. Now we get those glorious lunge jumps. 10 seconds. Keep going to pull my pants up, but I'm wearing a onesie, everybody. Not working. Maybe it's better if I face you during my ridiculous lunge jumps. So a lot of time in lunging, I focus on that push down, but I'm gonna switch it up and focus on the drive up, staying lighter, moving faster, but just focus on driving up. A little bit of fast twitch here. Just active all the way down to the feet, the toes. We are 5 seconds away. 1. Hiya, I'm done with those. We got one more chance to work with your squat. Let's do it this way this time. Okay, glutes are strong, abs are in, back is protected. Let's work. Remember, the focus is that feet push. I need to step it back here. There we go. Feel the core. I hope you feel the glutes and the legs. This one also really gets my quads, but that makes me happy. Staying away from my knees. I'm strengthening the quads to help support the knees, but I'm not putting direct pressure on the knee. I'm building around them. Yeah. Squeeze your glutes. Pull them together. We got a couple more. Yeah. That felt great. Okay, what's next? Burpee. Everybody loves a burpee. I'm going to stick with my Malasana one with the point. I actually had some really different feelings in my legs from this. So I'm going to continue to land and explode in that point direction. Strong in the upper body, especially the upper core. Don't put too much pressure on the shoulders. Relax neck. Relaxed head. We're not letting our head sink. We're using our neck muscles, but we're not creating more tension. I'm getting lazy. I'm landing with a straighter leg. I gotta focus on sinking the booty, landing in a squat. Hiya! One more, we're done. Okay, I gotta remind myself to bring my arms up and overhead this time. Same thing as before, I'm gonna try to keep my foot off the ground and get into that hollow. I may not be able to straighten my left arm because of the mic, but right when I can do it. Yeah. Try to get both arms up and overhead when you're doing the hollow. Oh, I think I can keep my feet off the floor the whole time. Let's put some effort in here. We're almost done in 20. Yeah. Navel in. You can see my knees bending a little bit. That means I'm not focusing too much on my core. I should be squeezing deeper. But dang it, it's hard. 1. Oh, excelente. That was a quick one tonight. It actually went by super quick, even though we did 6 exercises at 40 seconds. So that's a longer hit, but we just didn't take the breaks. Apologies if the sound was bad on that one. I'm gonna make sure I don't wear a t-shirt next time. I'm off to be a mom again. So happy I got on the mat and did that work because this Halloween season was rough. And we're moving right into holiday season. So everyone, I'll see you next time on the House of Chi Yoga. Let's stay in this together, shall we?